Here's what the world's leading scientists and astronauts really see when they look up at the stars. We are entering a new era in space exploration, and it all begins right here. The moon is humanity's first stepping stone to the stars, a place for us to learn how to live beyond the Earth. With 6 new moon bases, thousands of tourists, a fully functioning space economy, asteroid mining, the return of the Apollo missions, and so much more happening over the next 10 years, the moon is quickly going to become a very busy place. The first of these new moon bases will be the Lunar Gateway Station, which will act as a spaceport and a hub for missions further into our solar system. This will be built by NASA and will serve as the launching pad for future crews to descend onto the surface of the moon. But NASA won't be alone. China is planning their own base that can support up to 4 astronauts for 14 days at a time, and Russia wants to build a station in partnership with China and make it a refueling depot for spacecraft traveling to Mars. India is also looking at establishing a base as part of the United States' Artemis program, and even Japan wants to set up shop on the moon. JAXA, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, plans to send an automated lander packed with scientific equipment to the moon by 2022. Then South Korea will follow with a similar mission. All of these bases will be small at first, but as technology improves and costs decrease, we'll see them grow exponentially. And that's not all. Private companies are also joining the race to colonize the moon. SpaceX has plans to use the Starship as a transport vehicle for both crew and cargo to the lunar surface. While they have yet to release details about what their involvement will look like, it's safe to say that Elon Musk has big plans for the moon. Blue Origin has been awarded a $137 million contract from NASA to develop a landing system for the Artemis program. And according to Jeff Bezos, one day the company hopes to construct a giant space station in orbit around the moon called the Orbital Reef. It will be a commercial space station that can accommodate up to 44 people and will feature an inflatable module that can house up to 8. Imagine being able to witness the Earthrise and the Milky Way in the same viewfinder. The view from the orbital reef will truly be something special. Next, we have Astrobotic, a Pittsburgh-based company who has developed a rover for NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services program. Their goal is to deliver NASA's Viper rover to the moon in 2022. VIPER stands for Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration rover, and its mission is to search for water ice at the moon's North Pole. Then there's Maston Space Systems, a Mojave-based startup that specializes in building small rockets and landers for planetary exploration. They VA partnered with NASA to land the first ever privately built spacecraft on the moon in 2022. And let us not forget about Orbion Space Technology, a Canadian company that is hoping to mine the moon for resources that can be used in future space missions. They're developing a robot that can map, locate, and extract resources like water ice, then transport it to a refinery in space. With so many different groups coming together on this endeavor, it is clear that the moon will be a very busy place in the future. But while all of this is happening, another major transformation will be taking place: the opening of space tourism. Yes, you heard me right. In the near future, any person who has the money will be able to take a trip to outer space and experience weightlessness firsthand. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic has already begun taking customers on suborbital flights to the edge of space. Flights cost $250,000 per person. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's SpaceX has developed the Crew Dragon spacecraft, which can carry both crew and cargo to the International Space Station. And as you probably know, SpaceX's Dragon already made history as the first commercially built and operated spacecraft to successfully dock to the ISS. It wouldn't be surprising if SpaceX opens up their Dragon missions to tourists once they feel that the vehicle is safe and reliable enough. And Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin is working on a reusable launch system called New Shepard, which will take passengers on a suborbital flight above the Earth's atmosphere. These short flights will last less than 10 minutes and will allow passengers to experience a few moments of weightlessness before returning back to Earth. The views will be breathtaking. Another exciting development is the beginning of asteroid mining. Asteroids are rocky bodies that are smaller than planets but larger than meteoroids. They can be found throughout the solar system, with the majority orbiting the Sun between Mars and Jupiter. Asteroids are rich in minerals such as iron, nickel, platinum, and gold. These minerals are valuable on Earth and could be worth billions of dollars if extracted from asteroids. In fact, some experts believe that there are more than $10 trillion worth of minerals in just one asteroid called Psyche. That's more than the total GDP of every single country on Earth combined. NASA believes that it's as possible for humans to travel to an asteroid and mine its resources within the next 30 years. Companies like Deep Space Industries, Planetary Resources, and Asteroid Mining are already hard at work trying to develop the technology needed to extract these valuable resources from asteroids. In fact, NASA has already begun testing mining equipment on asteroids with the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft, which landed on an asteroid named Bennu in 2018 to collect samples of the rocky terrain. Now, let's talk about interstellar missions. There are many exciting missions planned for the future that will take humans farther than they've ever gone before. One of these is NASA's Orion spacecraft, which will be launched on the Space Launch System rocket. Orion will carry astronauts farther into space than any other vehicle has ever gone before, including the Apollo missions. During its journey, Orion will fly farther away from Earth than the Moon and orbit the Moon before returning home. Another mission is ESA's JUICE probe, which will explore Jupiter's icy moons in greater detail than ever before. JUICE will study 3 of Jupiter's largest moons, Ganymede, Callisto, and Europa, as well as the planet's atmosphere and magnetic field. There are also plans for a mission to Saturn's largest moon, Titan, which is the only moon in the solar system that is larger than Mercury. Titan is thought to be one of the most promising places to search for life outside of Earth, and NASA plans to launch the Dragonfly spacecraft to study the Moon in depth. And then, of course, there's the James Webb Space Telescope, which is scheduled to launch later this year. JWST will explore the universe in infrared light, allowing us to see farther back in time than ever before. It's hoped that the telescope will shed light on some of the most mysterious phenomena in the cosmos, such as dark energy and dark matter. And finally, let's talk about Mars. We've been exploring the red planet for decades now, but it wasn't until recently that we began to discover evidence that water once flowed freely across its surface, and that it may have supported life billions of years ago. Now, thanks to advances in technology, we're closer than ever to actually setting foot on Mars. NASA's Perseverance rover is currently exploring the Martian surface and searching for signs of ancient life, and the agency plans to send astronauts to the planet by the mid-2030s. SpaceX, on the other hand, has loftier goals for Mars. Elon Musk wants to establish a permanent human presence on the planet, and eventually make it a self-sustaining planet with its own atmosphere, liquid water, and a magnetic field. He also wants to build a city on Mars that can house up to 1 million people. Of course, there are still many challenges that need to be overcome before any of this can become a reality. But thanks to the incredible advancements in technology and the unwavering determination of scientists and astronauts around the world, we can be sure that the future of space exploration is bright. So, what do you think? What do you want to see happen in the future of space exploration? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so that you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy science and tech stories like this, make sure you check out our new channel where we bring you science news and tech stories on a daily basis. Thanks for watching.